Today we're going to talk to you guys about coiling. Now, coiling is a concept that's been coined by David Weck of the Weck method, who's a phenomenal instructor. We study a lot of his stuff. He's one of our mentors. And, you know, the whole idea behind coiling is it teaches people the concept of using something called the spinal engine, where a lot of times in fitness, you know, you get a lot of instructors out there who are going to teach you, like, you got to do exercises like, you know, like planks or all these all these weird stability exercises where they force you to keep your torso tight and stiff and like there's no rotation from the midsection, when in actuality that's not the way your body moves. That's not the way you create movement in the human body. So the whole idea behind coiling, they kind of take a very complex concept and kind of dummy it down real quick. You're basically utilizing your lats, your obliques, and your shoulder blades with a couple other muscles to squeeze your body laterally side to side with a little bit of rotation. So this way, you're able to create this figure 8 pattern from your shoulder blades, which is important because you'll use that during stabilization, like for walking, running, jumping, all that shit, right? Now, a lot of people's core stability is friggin' trash, especially after the past 2 years. If you've been following our videos, you know we've been talking about how the average person's core stability has significantly dropped ever since the lockdown started fucking, what was it, like 2020, or 2 years ago? Basically 2 years ago, everybody's core stability is shit. So this is one of the main exercises we've been doing in our programming for a very long time that I just realized today we got away from. We're gonna start working it back in again, all right? But basically we're gonna show you how to use your lats, your obliques, and your shoulder blades to stabilize your core and assist with creating motion, all right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a rubber band. I'm using the big blue rubber band. Most of you guys watching these videos, you'll probably be using either the green, the purple, or the black band. They might be different colors based on which ones you buy, right? But basically what you do is you're gonna make sure your rubber band has no rips or tears on it, because if this thing snaps on you, it's going to suck. At the same time, you wanna make sure it's connected to something that's secure. Like, you wanna make sure you're not gonna pull it off the pull-up bar if you're one of those people, right? So once you make sure your band's not gonna snap on you, once you make sure it's not gonna come off, I'm gonna take the band, I'm gonna put it about, you know, 2 to 3 inches past my elbow, because I want to get leverage in my arm, but I don't want to be so high that I get no work from the exercise. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to clasp it with my hand. I'm going to keep my elbow tight to my side, so this way I have to engage my lats and my obliques, but I'm not crunching forward, all right? I'm crunching backwards. Now, I'm going to take a little more time on this one, all right? There's another concept from another company called Goda, all right? Good guys, a lot of good stuff. They just, you know, have a different philosophy, but their teachings are very similar. And one of the best cues I got from these guys is you have 2 circles on your body, all right? You have a front circle that expands and contracts right around your chest, where all rotation happens around. You have another circle on your shoulder blades, right? Where you flex and extend right about where your shoulder blades are, that all rotation can happen. Most of the problem we see with most people's exercises, whether it's a squat, a deadlift, a lat pull down, a chest press, a coil, somebody's running technique, whatever it is, most people are front chain dominant. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is if you take a look at these 2 circles, right? Most people, when they do their exercises, their front circle is closed and compact, and their rear circle is opened up and wide, right? So if you look at this, this is most people's deadlift form, right? This is most people's squat. When most people do lat pull downs, they're closing this front circle here. When most people go to run the treadmill, they're like this, right? Where in actuality, you want to have your front circle opened nice and wide. You want to have your back circle closed nice and tight. That's going to allow you to engage the shoulder blades, the lats, the glutes, and a bunch of other muscles that are going to make you posterior dominant instead of front chain dominant, right? That being said, when you go to do your coil, you want to make sure you keep that front circle open and that back circle closed. This way I'm nice and tall, right? It's going to keep me out of my hip flexor. The arms tight to the body. What I'm going to do, I'm going to walk out as far as I can, keeping tension on the band, right? Now there's a couple things that are going on here. I'm holding this position isometrically, right? Let's walk around so we get a couple different angles. So the first thing is that I'm keeping my knee bowed out, not inwards. I'm using my outer leg muscles to fight the pulling force, bringing me back to the wall. I'm trying to keep that front circle open, that back circle closed. I got my lats, my obliques, my shoulder blades, my glutes, my outer quads, all those outer muscles of my body working to stabilize and hold the motion. If you look at my back foot, I turn it in so it helps push out my right foot, and I'm holding this position as long as I can. Typically we'll have our clients go for like 20 seconds, 40 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever they can hold for, and then when they're done, they come out, right? Well, that was my good side. I haven't done those in a while. Now I'm gonna go to my trash side, right? You guys have been following me for a while, you know my left side is garbage, right? Not gonna look anywhere near as pretty. So, the front circle's open, the back circle's closed, arms tight to the side. And I'm not gonna be able to get out as far. One, I got a lot of broken bones in my foot from when I was younger. I got a bad hip flexor, and my left shoulder's trash. But you can see how I'm able to keep pressure nowadays on the outside portion of my leg. I still gotta fight the position, but you can see how much harder it is for me on this side than it was the other side. Well, what does that carry over to? That's well, when you go to squat, you go to deadlift, you go to run, you go to jump, I'm very off-centered to my right, and that's where a lot of my back problems come from. So an exercise like this, where I'm able to stay engaged, work those lateral muscles, train this side to catch up to my stronger side, it gives me a chance to bring balance back to the force. So once again, the main muscles we're using here, right? We're using the obliques, we're using the lats, and we're using the shoulder blades to help side bend and rotate a little bit so I get the 9th rib to the hip close to each other. This front circle is nice and open. The back circle is nice and closed. And what I'm doing with the front leg is I'm pushing the leg out so I can use my outer leg muscles trying to stay head over foot alignment, where if you look, when I go, you should be head over foot alignment. So I'm right here, right? And you can see how I'm not exactly over it, but you can almost drop a straight line down from my head over my foot. That's what you call columning. Or if I go to my left side, it's not gonna look anywhere as good. So that is coiling from the inside arm. That is your most basic coiling position. I would recommend starting with a lighter band first, then trying to go heavier. Typically what we'll do, if I'm working with somebody who has shoulder problems, we'll say we're doing barbell bench press, right? We're laying down, naturally gonna have a tendency to round forward. I would superset that with sets of coiling on both sides to help open everything up again, re-engage the lats. So when I go down for my next set of chest press, everything moves more freely, my body's more in alignment with the way it should be, and everything just feels better. So once again, that is the coiling method from David Weck of the Weck method. We also use the cue from Goda, front circle, back circle, and those two things combined, the method itself from the Weck method and that cueing technique from Goda really has helped us take a lot of our clients that have a lot of postural issues, try saying that 5 times fast, and work them to the next point where it's not as big of a problem for them anymore. So guys, hopefully that helped you out. If you have any questions, like always, leave us a comment in the comment section below so either myself or one of my coaches can try to get a hold of you and maybe help you work through that situation that you're having some problems with, bring a little guidance and clarity to it. And I was gonna say something really funny, but I forget. I always fucking get blanks when I'm talking to you guys. Guys, great job today. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.